Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the New Orleans Saints. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Now, here's a throw that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at about the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. And his kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You had the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right.
And, right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak. Plus, they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Well, it certainly is. And let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Robinson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. James Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point safely through, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's brought.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Pretty effective opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the touchdown run earlier, and if he pops more of these 10 to 20-yard carries, could be a long game.
Yeah, those types of explosive runs wear down a defense. I think they need to add more people to the box, closer to the line of scrimmage, force them to throw the football, and see if they can slow them down that way.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. (10-7) our score after one right here on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. On first down, Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know,
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And his kick is right there. It's good. And And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Schwartz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll set up to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Well, a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll roll him out right. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. On the move to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now on second and a yard. They'll drop to throw. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Oh, yeah. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They'll run on first down. It's Joseph, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Joseph, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And they'll run again.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Though, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game planning, right? You know that he had the 2 sacks last week. Why aren't you able to block him? Sometimes the superior athlete just wins.
Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8.
They'll start by running the option to the right. On first down, it's Joseph. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They run once more with Taylor. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's caught by Davis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2nd and 4. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll stick with the passing game. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive, because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into... game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Raiders heading out to take over. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. On third, here's an option play right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Saints are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to let it fly. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.